Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something pretty fascinating.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're taking a deep dive into Napoleon Hill's Golden Rules, the Lost Writings. This book, man,
Yeah.
it's just overflowing with these really insightful uh, stories and advice on achieving success, wouldn't you say?
I definitely agree. I think, for folks familiar with Hill, this is kind of like a sneak peek
Oh, yeah.
behind the curtain. See how his ideas about personal growth and success really came together.
It's like a window into his early thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
And, one of the things that really stood out to me, I don't know about you, but
Mhm.
the whole concept of imaginary council meetings. I mean,
Mm.
imagine you've got Abraham Lincoln
Oh, wow.
and Napoleon Bonaparte as your own personal mentors.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it sounds fantastical, but
Right.
it speaks to the power of visualization,
Totally.
and auto-suggestion.
Yeah.
This idea of repeatedly kind of like impressing an idea on your subconscious, right? To kind of shape your thoughts and actions.
Like you can almost like borrow qualities
Yeah, yeah.
from these figures just by picturing them
Mm-hmm.
and really embodying their traits.
I think that's what Hill was getting at.
Speaking of the power of belief, though,
Huh.
there's this incredible story about a man who, get this, he manifested a $100,000 salary
Wow.
just by writing it down.
Oh, wow.
Like his definite aim to earn that amount.
Huh.
And you won't believe this. Within 6 months, boom, job offer for exactly $100,000.
Now, that's a testament to the power of setting a definite aim, right?
I mean, it's a core concept in Hill's whole philosophy, I think.
I think so. By defining his goal and focusing on it,
Yeah.
he set things in motion.
He did, didn't he?
It's not to say that you just wish for something, poof, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it shows the importance of, like, clarity
Oh, absolutely.
and intention
Mm-hmm.
in shaping your reality.
And then this is where it gets really interesting. Hill talks about a woman
Oh,
who developed a tumor just through negative suggestion.
oh wow.
She was so convinced that she had cancer.
Oh, no.
And tragically, it materialized in the exact spot that she was constantly worried about.
It shows how deeply our thoughts can impact us,
I know.
even our physical health.
Wild, right?
Hill really believed that your mind can influence your body,
Mm-hmm.
for better or for worse.
But there is a silver lining here,
Oh.
because Hill goes on to say that this same woman actually managed to imagine the tumor away
Really?
with the doctor's help,
Oh, interesting.
using positive suggestion.
Wow, so the mind's potential for healing.
It really is.
That's amazing. Replacing fear
Yeah.
with belief,
Mm-hmm.
it shifted her mental state
Absolutely.
and then her physical state, too.
Like what you focus on expands,
Yeah.
cultivating those positive thoughts.
It really can make a difference.
It really can. So let's switch gears for a second
Okay.
into the realm of influence.
Okay.
Hill was really fascinated by Mark Antony's famous speech after Julius Caesar's assassination.
Oh, right.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Of course. That's a classic.
So Hill saw this speech as a blueprint for persuasion.
Oh, interesting.
Antony was using subtle suggestion and these emotional appeals to sway the crowd.
Yeah.
Right? He recognized that you could connect with an audience
Mm.
and kind of guide their thinking
Yeah.
without having to resort to force.
Without being forceful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this strategy, I mean, it can be applied in so many areas,
Absolutely.
from sales and marketing to
Mhm.
leadership, personal relationships.
It's all about persuasion in a way.
So Hill drew this really direct parallel between Anthony's approach and effective salesmanship.
Interesting.
Emphasizing that appeal to emotions,
Yeah.
gently guiding your customer
Right.
towards making that decision.
It is not about, like you said, it's not about force, it's about finesse. Understanding your audience, building that rapport.
It's a timeless strategy, really.
It really is.
But as with any powerful tool, suggestion can be used for good or for bad.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Hill uncovers this darker side with a story about a con man in Chicago.
A con man.
Yeah, this guy used subtle suggestion
Mm-hmm.
and what he called the law of retaliation
Okay.
to basically swindle people out of thousands of dollars.
Oh, so this law of retaliation, what is that exactly?
Well, it's not about revenge, like the term might suggest.
Oh, okay.
Hill is really talking about a universal principle of cause and effect, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, That makes sense. So like attracts like.
Exactly. So your thoughts and actions have this ripple effect,
Mm-hmm.
influencing the world around you.
Kind of like you put out negativity.
Yeah,
You get negativity back.
exactly.
But if you radiate positivity, you attract more positivity.
Precisely.
That's a powerful thought.
It is. And, this con man, he created these really elaborate setups,
Oh, wow.
preyed on vulnerabilities,
Uh-huh.
leveraged people's trust,
Yeah.
all for his own gain.
It's a reminder to be discerning about who you trust,
Absolutely.
and to be aware of how people might try to influence us.
Yeah, because those principles can be used for manipulation, too.
Right. And it also highlights that we're all interconnected in a way.
Yeah.
Our actions, even small ones, have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So aligning yourself with the golden rule, treating others how you want to be treated.
That's huge, right?
Not just ethical, it's practical
Yeah.
for a successful life.
It really is. And on a more positive note, Hill also explores the incredible power of kindness.
Okay.
He tells this story of a clergyman in New England who, during a really violent massacre...
Well, massacre, wow.
Yeah, he actually talked a gorilla out of killing him,
How did you do that?
just by appealing to his sense of humanity.
That's amazing. Really shows the power of empathy and compassion.
Right. So instead of meeting violence with violence...
He chose understanding, kindness.
It really is a testament to the idea that appealing to our shared humanity
Yeah.
can create these unexpected positive outcomes.
It is. Even in the midst of conflict, there's that desire to connect
Right.
on a human level.
I think so. And it also highlights the importance of emotional intelligence.
Oh, absolutely.
That ability to recognize and respond to others' emotions.
The clergyman understood the gorilla's perspective,
Yeah.
built that bridge of empathy.
And influenced his behavior.
Wow, powerful stuff.
It is. Let's shift from kindness to the power of the mind now.
All right.
Hill was so impressed by James A. Farrell, who was the president of U.S. Steel,
Okay.
known for his, photographic memory
Oh, wow.
and just encyclopedic knowledge of the steel industry.
He seems like a remarkable individual.
He was. And what's so remarkable is that he wasn't born with this memory.
Really?
He developed it through practice and specific techniques.
Huh. So it was learned.
It was. He was just constantly absorbing information, developing systems to remember and recall it.
So even extraordinary mental feats like that, they can be achieved through effort.
It's like focused effort,
Mm.
disciplined learning.
It challenges the idea that intelligence is fixed, doesn't it?
I think so.
Hmm.
Hill believed our minds are, what do you say, malleable.
Yeah.
We can shape and strengthen our abilities
Through conscious effort.
through conscious effort. And it's not just mental prowess.
Okay.
Hill believed that our physical surroundings
Oh, interesting.
could really impact our mental state and productivity.
Really?
So he was a big advocate for creating a positive,
Mm-hmm.
stimulating work environment.
I can see that.
He even gave an example of a laundry owner
Okay.
who put a piano in his ironing room.
A piano?
Yeah, and hired a pianist to play for his workers.
Wow. That's creative?
He believed that music could improve their focus and efficiency.
It's like using music and sensory elements to create a more engaging atmosphere.
And a lot of workplaces today are embracing these ideas.
They are.
Recognizing that employee well-being and productivity,
They go hand in hand.
they really do.
Hill was ahead of his time in realizing that our surroundings
Yeah.
impact our mental state,
Mm-hmm.
which then affects our creativity, focus, our performance.
So it's not just about having a fancy office.
No.
It's about an environment that supports your work and well-being.
That's exactly it. It's about understanding that our environment
Mhm.
is an extension of ourselves. And by creating spaces
Yeah.
that align with our values, our goals,
Yeah.
we can optimize our performance
Right.
and live more fulfilling lives.
I like that. Live more fulfilling lives.
Absolutely. It's amazing how Hill connected all these different ideas, like religious revivals and salesmanship, but he always brought it back to the golden rule and that power of suggestion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Speaking of suggestion,
Mhm.
remember that story about the people who could smell peppermint?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Even though there wasn't any actual peppermint there.
Right. It's like their minds were playing tricks on them.
It really shows you how strong suggestion can be, especially when it comes from someone you see as an authority. Like they were told to expect the smell and their brains just filled in the gap.
It's kind of like the placebo effect.
Exactly. People experience real changes just because they believe in something.
So you're saying our minds can trick us into believing something is real, even if it isn't.
Well, in a way, yeah. Hill believed that understanding this power of suggestion was really important for success, because it's always at play, whether we realize it or not.
Right. But Hill also talked about the downsides of suggestion, too, how it can be used to manipulate people.
Absolutely. He told this really sad story about a woman who was convinced she was going to die from cancer.
Yeah, and then tragically, a tumor actually developed.
Right, where she constantly worried about it shows you just how powerful our thoughts and beliefs can be.
It's a little scary, to be honest.
Right.
Like, if we focus on negative thoughts, can we actually make ourselves sick?
It's definitely something to think about. That's why Hill stressed how important it is to cultivate positive thoughts and to kind of guard your mind against negativity. Choosing your thoughts and focusing on what you want can really create a more positive reality.
It's like that saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Exactly. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your results.
Earlier, you mentioned Hill's concept of the law of retaliation.
Mhm.
I have to admit, that term always throws me off a bit. It sounds a bit intense. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. It's not about revenge, like the word might suggest. Hill used retaliation to describe a universal principle of cause and effect. Like attracts like.
So what you put out into the world comes back to you.
Exactly. It's like a ripple effect. Your thoughts and actions create a certain energy that influences the world around you.
So if we're constantly negative, we're going to attract more negativity. But if we're kind and positive, we'll attract more of that.
That's the idea. And that's where the golden rule comes in. Treating others how you want to be treated. Hill believed that this wasn't just about being a good person, but also about creating a more successful life for yourself.
It's like he's saying that kindness and success actually go hand in hand.
Yeah, they're interconnected.
Hill illustrated a lot of his ideas with stories, and I remember one about Alva Cullen York. He was that skilled marksman who didn't want to fight in World War I because of his religious beliefs.
I remember reading about York. He was against killing.
Right. But then he ended up becoming a decorated war hero.
It's interesting how his perspective changed. When he was shown that the war was about fighting for freedom, his beliefs shifted, and so did his actions.
It really shows how powerful our beliefs can be in shaping our reality.
Yeah, but it also shows that those beliefs can change, and when they do, so can our actions.
So we need to be open to new perspectives and maybe even challenge our own assumptions sometimes.
That's what Hill believed. He saw growth coming from stepping outside of our comfort zones and really embracing new ways of thinking.
You mentioned earlier that Hill talked about religious revivals. Was he promoting any specific religion?
No, not at all. He was more fascinated by what was going on psychologically during these events, like the heightened emotions and the way suggestion worked in those settings.
So he wasn't focused on the religious aspect, but more on how people's minds work in those kinds of situations.
Exactly. He saw parallels between revivals and other forms of persuasion, like you see in sales or political speeches.
It's like he's saying we should be aware of those tactics, those subtle cues that people use to influence us, whether it's at a religious event or just watching a commercial.
Exactly. It's about having a critical eye, questioning the motivations behind the messages we're receiving.
Knowledge is power.
That's what Hill believed. By understanding these things, you can make better decisions and avoid being manipulated.
He seemed to have a really complex understanding of human nature, acknowledging both the good and the bad.
Definitely. He even delved into the psychology of criminals, suggesting that, a lot of their behavior stemmed from negative influences in their environment.
So he saw potential for change, even for people who had done some pretty bad things.
He did. He thought that by changing those negative influences, you could potentially help people turn their lives around.
It's a pretty hopeful perspective.
Yeah, and it ties back into his golden rule philosophy. It wasn't just about personal success, but about creating a better society for everyone.
A more harmonious world.
Exactly. And it's still so relevant today.
It really is. We're facing a lot of complex challenges.
And Hill's ideas offer a really solid framework for navigating them.
He connected so many different parts of life, personal growth, business, social dynamics, and brought it all back to the golden rule.
It's incredible how he could take all these diverse concepts and make them practical. He wasn't just talking about theories, he was observing human nature and finding ways to apply these principles in everyday life.
And he didn't just want people to think about these things, he wanted them to actually do something with them.
He emphasized action. He said, true understanding comes from applying ideas in your daily life.
So it's not enough to just know this stuff. You have to actually use it to make your life and the world a better place.
Exactly. It's about closing that gap between knowing and doing.
He had a really interesting view on reputation, too.
Yeah, he talked about how it's built not just from our own experiences, but also from the experiences of everyone we interact with.
So it's like a collective reflection of who we are.
Yeah, like a mosaic. Each interaction adds another piece to the picture.
He also talked about the importance of who we surround ourselves with.
He believed that our environment plays a big role in shaping who we are.
It's like that saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
That's a good one. And Hill would agree with that. If you're surrounded by negativity, it's going to have an impact. But if you choose to spend time with positive, supportive people, it can really change your life for the better.
It's about making conscious choices about who we let into our lives.
Exactly. You have the power to decide who influences you.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. What are some of the biggest takeaways from Hill's golden rules? The stuff that people can really apply to their lives.
I think one of the most important is that your mindset really matters. Your thoughts, your beliefs, they shape your reality.
Like, if you believe you can achieve something, you're much more likely to actually achieve it.
Exactly. And Hill was a big believer in the power of positive thinking. He said, focus on your goals, believe in yourself, and you can accomplish some pretty incredible things.
It's almost like we have this power within us, but we need to tap into it.
That's the key. And it all starts with your thoughts.
Another thing that really stood out to me was Hill's emphasis on action.
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't about just sitting around and thinking about things. He wanted people to go out there and experiment, take risks, really put these principles into practice.
It's like knowledge is great, but it's useless if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah, it's about bridging that gap between knowing and doing.
He also said something like, every setback is a learning opportunity.
Yeah. He embraced failure as part of the process. Don't be afraid to try things, to make mistakes. That's how you learn and grow.
And of course, we can't forget about the golden rule.
It's the foundation of Hill's whole philosophy, isn't it?
Treat others how you want to be treated.
It's simple, but so powerful.
And Hill believed it wasn't just some moral ideal. It was a practical strategy for success and fulfillment.
Right. It's about creating a more harmonious world, both for yourself and for everyone around you.
He had a great quote about this. He said, we learn more about a principle the moment we try to teach it to someone else.
Oh, I like that one.
So here's a challenge for everyone listening.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
This week, try explaining one of these golden rule principles to someone in your life, a friend, a family member, anyone.
I love that.
See what happens when you share that knowledge.
Sure.
How does it change your own understanding? Does it make you more likely to actually apply it in your own life?
It's a great way to really internalize these ideas and make them a part of who you are.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today. It's been a fascinating journey exploring Napoleon Hill's golden rules.
I agree. He was a remarkable thinker.
And his work is just as relevant today as it was back then. So we hope you've gained some valuable insights from this deep dive. Keep seeking knowledge, keep growing, and most importantly, keep striving to make the world a better place. Thanks for joining us.